Welcome everybody. Back for another Transforming Part 2. Y'all know what we do. Transform. How many cartoons you used to watch when you was young? Huh? Remember the cartoons you used to watch when you was young called Transform? You never thought that they was talking about you. Alright, so let's get into the science that I've got. I said in part 2 I was going to get a little deeper than part 1, and that's what I meant. I done went back to the original format. I was able to pull up all the information that I had prepared. We can get some more beans on this. And we're just going to go in real hard with it. We're going to take this information and we're going to look at it as how does it apply to me? I'm not going to look at this information. I'm not going to take this information and be stupid, negative, close-minded, or illiterate about it. I'm going to listen to this science, dissect it, digest it, and manifest it where it best suits and fits me. If at all, if not, then you know what you do with it. You always got that chance to flush it down the toilet. I know what I'm talking about. that being said, wait a couple minutes and allow some of the beings out here that's busy to come on and get on the web, get put all up in the web, the www web, right? That's what www is, the World Wide Web. And that goes all more the reason to show you that, yes, you are in a plane net, a plain, flat, surface area with a net over it. Why else would I call it a planet? I mean, let's think realistically here now. Let's put our thinking caps on. We want to think supremely and intelligent. I want everybody to start coming up beyond that what is known as common sense. That's another thing that's hindering people back. You start telling your child because somebody told you that you're supposed to be using common sense. What if I asked you to use your supreme intelligence? Will you be capable? Would you be able? Or would you just look at me last like, what the fuck is this fool talking about? I don't know. We got monkeys who think and talk like that. They wouldn't understand or understand who I am if it was explained to them. And they got a fat cash app check. They still won't be able to see. Because it's like Men in Black. They had that thing thrown up in front of their face. You know how you put the dark glasses on and that bright light shines? Oh, now you can't see. You don't hear nothing that nigga saying. Why? Because they told you at the end time you would either be seeing or blind. You will either be hearing or you'll be pretty much deaf. You'll either be knowing or you'll be believing. And belief is almost ground for being pretty much just a dumbass. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Anybody walking around with a belief factor, no disrespect, but that's not going to get you by. Because you already know you can bypass me with that. For we know belief is evidence of things not seen and hopes of something to come into existence. We don't do that over here. Over here, we make manifest. Am I right or wrong? We want to make manifest. So let's get into the science that I got prepared. But before I do that, let me drop some quotes on us. All right? This is Be Yourself quotes. I'm going to drop some Be Yourself quotes. And one of the reasons why I'm going to drop this Be Yourself quotes, because number one, there's nothing more important in the world than being yourself and taking yourself to the highest plane possible. That ought to be your journey while here on earth. Nothing greater should be than that of you taking yourself to the greatest estate of spirituality that there can ever be. Did you hear what I just said? Or should I turn the music down? I don't know if I should cut the music off or what. I'm playing the music so I can have a little enjoyment while I'm talking. But I want you to understand and hear clearly what I'm bringing to your eardrums. You need to be clear on this. That the whole totality and purpose of your existence is to return back to your home, that which place you came, in a higher state of consciousness. That means you need to be better than what you was yesterday. Are we clear on this? That way you ain't got to be coming back going to South Philly, North Philly, Chicago, and Chi-Town, Beatmore, now why? Philadelphia, in the poverty-stricken area too. So you could be born back in Philadelphia, but you may be born to someone, a couple up in what they call the Chester of the Hill, as opposed to being down in the poverty-stricken area of that of Kensington, where some woman had to give her jewels up just so she could get her next fix. And just so happened, oops, you decide you want to come here and play ball too. So you found easy by way of lay line in the C and interject, ejaculate, ejection. You get it? Are we clear with this? And to these beings, that's what the Cupid is all about. You don't. I don't know if I got enough time in existence to explain to you what's going on. That's why each and every word that I say, I'm gonna need you to be paying close attention to it. And if you don't comprehend what the words are coming out of my mouth, then by golly, all Heavenly Father, you better look 'em up. He said, Heavenly Father, I can't believe in the Heavenly Father. Yes, I do. I am the Heavenly Father. I am the Father that has come. I am King in my throne with power and glory for all time. Amen. Ashe. 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 When you hear somebody talk about the Heavenly Father, they talk about their higher self, the higher principles and etiquettes and ethics of existence, and the paradigm and the frame in which you exist in. Let's be clear on this. And we're going to get into some science of old to show and prove of what I'm talking about is exact crack and black, on time with time. In fact, you know me, I might be just a couple more minutes before your time. That's what they always said. But I digress. I like to think that I'm here with you. Don't make me better than you. I'm not better than you. I ain't bringing nothing new, and I ain't before my time either. Stop that dumb talk. Talk about, oh, he before his time. This cat, he comes dropping information that nobody is really trying to hear or into. No. You know you resonating with this information. So while we wait for Facebook to get itself together, which it is back, welcome back, Facebook. So, gang, you know this information is resonating with you. That's why you want to listen to it. That's why you hearing it. You ain't got to acknowledge me. You ain't got to let me know you watching. You ain't got to say nothing. But you do got to act in accord with proper and appropriate information. Let's be clear on that. Else you'll never be able to catch me. You just continue being human. You might make like out better like Madonna, being a material and the girl in the material world. I don't think you want that. Check. So let's get into some of these quotes of being myself. All right? They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. You see how you flip it? Hateful to me as the gates of Hades is that man who hides one thing in his heart and speaks another. A dead thing can go with the stream, but only a living thing can go against it. Accept no one's definition of your life. You got to think about it, because if you do, then you got to almost give a little percentage of your life to that person, because that has now become your Lord and Savior and Master. I don't care if it's Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Chuck, John, Billy, Bobby, Crystal, or Malika. If you letting Bernadette tell you that your hair don't look right, then there's pretty much a chance that you need to be staying in your house, standing in the corner for a period point of time until you can get yourself together as to how you want your hair in regards to what another nigga out here on the planet Earth going to say about it. Check. Ring that bell, goddammit. Put that shit up there in the essence, because I'm telling you, I don't let none of you weigh in on nothing. Nobody in the world, not even my mother, take any weight on my decision and making it on what is best and right for me. And that's a respectful relationship. Don't you like to see me being me? Huh? But you want me walking around brushing my hair all day too? You ever see that before? I be seeing that shit in the car. We be at the red light. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Cats and dogs don't even care for themselves that long. You see a motherfucker in the car. Yo, your hair not gonna get no more straighter. That shit gonna turn to fur in a minute. You ain't even gonna have hair no more. You keep brushing it like that. Did you know that you working with ethers in your hair? Ask a barber. These niggas, when they go to school, they teach them about the different textures of the hair that you'll be cutting. I'm a barber. I teach this shit. Amongst other things, I know I do everything. Somebody said, damn, you do everything. Hey, man, listen, I get bored fast. Can you blame me? Like, you know, you can't drive a truck forever. 2 to 3 years, that's it. I'm tired of driving fucking tractor trucks. I can't build fucking houses forever. Come on. Who wanna do that? That's robotism. That's trained formality. I'm not trained. I can't even program to tie my own fucking shoe. I don't. Sometimes I put my left shoe on before I put my right shoe on. Sometimes I put the right sock on before I put the left sock on. Sometimes I put the left leg on before I put the right leg in the pants. I don't know. I be confused sometimes. I don't really be here to focus on how much like that. You lucky I come outside with my shirt on the right side. I know people who come outside with their shirt inside out and backwards. Don't show you how much they is down here on Earth. You worrying about who the fuck is down to Earth. I don't want to be around nobody down to Earth. I ain't gonna hold you. I want somebody up off the Earth in the sky some goddamn way, high as shit. At least they looking at this shit from a bird's eye view, and you can get a little bit more conversation about it. But you can never get nowhere discussing anything with a goddamn monkey. And that's what we're doing here. They showed you this in the movie, They Cloned Tyrone. And I keep telling you, like I said in part 1, you need to be understanding the science, these rituals that these people is putting out here in this day and time. Y'all think y'all watching fucking movies and shit for your entertainment to make you happy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so you ain't got to worry about all the agony, pain, and mourning and hellowing that you're fucking bringing it to for yourself and for and manifestation. You think you want to go now and turn on Netflix? Oh, honey, look, they're talking about us. Did you know Kentucky Fried Chicken got all powder and hair? Listen, how long have you been watching my videos? I've been posting that you shouldn't be putting synthetic hair in your head, for your hair is alive and it absorbs, and that shit eventually goes into the cells of your brain and ultimately take control of all aspects and dynamics of your that physical. This is nothing new. Now you want to be all like in the knowing now from watching a movie. Oh man, you see why you ain't my friend, and I never accepted y'all as my friend, because you never accepted me as your friend, and I knew that. And I knew that by the way of your character. Just like Martin Luther, who is his name? What's this cat name? Martin Luther the King? Yeah, that dude. He said, don't judge these niggas out here by the way they be looking. Okay? Because you fuck around running into a purple man. And you know purple is royalty. But you better judge them by their character. And when I heard that, I looked at your characters. I started doing some investigating. I said, damn, you know what? I'm gonna study man and woman and all of their methods. I want to see what makes their brain tick. And so I became a psychologist, a philosopher. Like KOS1 told you, I think very deeply. Are you a philosopher? Yes. Yes. He said, are you a philosopher? You ain't philosophizing nothing. I'm talking about you a philosopher. And you can't see past tomorrow. Did you know a philosopher, you need to be having foresight? Listen to the similarity of what I'm saying to you of the sound. Foresight, philosopher, one who foresees. You got to be able to follow the bouncing ball and bring about a prediction. And listen, it's not hard. You better take it from me. I'm Nathaniel. I'm that same cat that's out of John 145 up in that so-called Holy Bible. You better, man, you better not miss a beat out here because they're going to take control. No, I'm sorry. Strike that. It's already been taken control of. Oh, we going to get real juicy, y'all. Everything I done said up until now, we going to show and prove through the science and mathematics and what they teach y'all at Howard, Yale, Princeton, Penn State, Temple, University of Penn, and all these other prestige colleges. You went to college. I feel sorry for you. I'm glad I didn't have to endure that experience. Just like you glad you didn't have to endure mine. I went to a university. It wasn't like your situation. Mine was a little bit more intense. You got to go home on the weekend and go to your keg parties and drink beer. You know what I'm talking about? You got to go home at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And go ahead and get you some loving. Or go ahead and visit your parents. I was like that of Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. We, see, Moses, they went up in the mountains. Jesus went into the temple, and so did Muhammad of Hijrah. Ain't that right? For a certain point and period of time. Do you know what takes place when you are away from the worldly ways, huh? In my Dick Gregory monotone, huh? Do you know what happens and what becomes of an individual when they not partake for mathematical or sequential appropriate point in time? They become something other and dependent on the type of stay away, Jack, will determine the outcome, the cause, and the effect. So, I was talking about cause and effect when we last left, and we're going to get back into that. But first, we're going to finish up on some of the science of being yourself. All right. Another thing that's for certain and for sure is that everybody wears the mask. We all wear the mask. I think Laura Hill told us that best, right? Everybody wears the mask. And the time comes when we cannot remove them without removing some of our own skin. Tell yourself that you would rather die having spoken in your own manner, right? Than speak in the manner of another individual's manner and live. So, one more, we're going to say, let's see. How about this one? We're going to be two. You being yourself unknowingly, right? Inspires others to be themselves. And last and never least, without fail, still always to come, be yourself. Don't take anything from anyone. And that means nothing. Well, let's not be so harsh. If somebody giving, especially you women out there, if a man giving you some money, take that shit. If you don't feel safe about taking it, ask them what's it for, and let them know that there's nothing to attach to this by you giving me this money, and you make sure that they agree. Because I give money out to women, the yin aspect of existence. I might be in the stores and I see any female, any yin, and that's that's my donation. Some of you like to donate to people that's standing on corners, looking real dirty like with a sign in their hand, talking about they was in Vietnam. I can't donate to that. We all got our clauses of where we want to donate, and that's where I'm fine. And that's what you're supposed to do. Now, what we're going to do is read some information from well, actually, it's just based on philosophy, all right? And it's something that I wanted to share. And really, I'm not going to weigh too much in on it. I'm just going to read on in this and just carry on through. It's up to the individual, the listener that's listening to this, that you take this information and you assimilate it to that which best uh, suits and fits you. Check. So, never mind where it's from, who wrote it, where I'm getting it from. Just listen to the message. That's what's most important. And the reason why I do that, for the simple fact, it's pretty much not the individual, the author, where I'm reading this from, that's the originator of this information. We all get something from somewhere. And that's why I chose to bring about a podcasting of not regurgitating old information, but bringing in the new enlightenment that's going to carry us and take us into the next 24,000 years. I can't be victorious and triumph in the next 24,000 years using the manual and tools of that from the 1800s. You're going to need to be clear on this, else you're going to make a grave mistake, people, and you're going to keep incarnating, making grave mistakes. I don't mean the sound to be too harsh, people. I'm just like that on myself. That's how again, I'm the bull. This tattoo ain't on my arm just because it's something for you to look at. This is a bull, just in case anybody don't know what this is. Okay, still probably can't see it clear, but it's okay. I put that on there for a reason because I'm dedicated to being the energy and entity that I manifested in the physical form too. Some of you is a Pisces, you fish, you a ram. Why ain't you playing your part? Why you trying to be the bull? You like my aggressiveness? You like my stubbornness? It's okay. You can adopt those qualities. Qualities. Nobody's never said you can't stop their quality. Why you think I'm so great? I master all the signs. But you rest assured that I mastered my sign first. You see? You see how this works? Don't go speaking another language. You ain't mastered the language that you was born and raised in. So let's get with some of this information this week, shall we? Let the brain ring. Let the freedom ring. Let your mind sing. So it's written that it states, and Go wants to know that the first thing you may be thinking upon listening to me as I'm reading this, I just want you to know that there's more to this. There's more to what you've been told in these schools of existence. There's so much more that I, I'm really haven't even scratched the surface or opened the door to crack the can of it yet. I still have to make umpteen incarnations just to have a beginning of what we're going to be getting into. I hope that helped you out. So this is not one of those crazy questions where ego-driven maniacs simply call themselves God, because y'all know I am a cosmic deity, one of supremacy. I am one of good order and direction, able to stand perpendicular on my own square. Check. I am omnipotent, omnipotent, and I don't sleep. I am in need of no food. And you ain't got to be my friend, nor do you need to hit that like button or share the video. All you need to do is just be yourself and let me be me. Huh? Or, right? I'm not something it, uh, uh, where I think that I'm better or superior than any of the thing in existence. So basically, we just want to get into the idea of the self or the I. I want you to keep in mind one of the most worldwide sold books is, and worldwide sold books is recognized is called the Bible. And that's because it's a book of science and mathematics. We need to be clear on this. That book is a very powerful piece of information that's contained in there. And it's for the paradigm to master this cipher that we're existing in. It ain't for ancient Egypt, and it ain't for the future to come of America. Check? We need to be clear on that. So it goes on, let's read on here. And I'm paraphrasing too a little bit here. I'm not going to read exactly what's here. I just want to make this a more of a personal issue. So when just know that I'm paraphrasing. It's not exactly what you're hearing is the way it's written. I'm just good at orientating shit and making it fit where it needs to be fitted. Okay? That's my job. Everybody can't do that. I've never even seen this information before. This ain't script or rehearsed. I came to Earth to view your information and make it better for you so you can ride out for the next 24,000 years in circumference with your planet, or what you call to be your planet Earth and your time cycle. Don't you got 24 hours in a day? Don't you got 24 elders? Huh? According to the biblical scripture. Come on now. Let's not be dumb. I'm talking about what y'all teach me. I'm talking about what y'all taught me. Don't act like because now I'm enhancing it and evolving it. Now we ain't been talking about this shit before. You know, goddamn well, y'all been talking about how there's 24 elders who makes the rules and the laws that circumference the planet and all the people for that period point in time until the next period where the gods have to come along. That's why it states in Psalms, what is it? Psalms 82, Psalms 82, starting from verse 1. God stands in the congregation of the gods, judging among us. The Almighty judging. Huh? Let's move on to verse 6. I have said, ye are gods. Stop. Think about that before you start reading on. I don't think that hit you hard enough. Because you still got people talking about I'm not no God. What is wrong with you? Go stand in the corner. Give me 3 minutes in the corner, please. I ain't need 3 minutes. Come on, man. Give me 3 minutes. Think about that shit. You ain't bring no God here. You can't prove you're God. And can you? You can tell me all the miracles that was performed in your life. Man, I don't give a fuck the car. You crashed into the ocean and the car went in the water and all of a sudden it just floated to the top and you came out alive. The house burnt down and you were stuck in the room and all of a sudden the fucking ceiling cracked open and you started elevating. I don't care. You still didn't see God. You still can't describe to me about this God. And all I can say is that how you know you didn't do that shit. Think about it before you go running your mouth. I've got very much weight to say too in court that it was him and honor that did all that miracle work. I didn't see God. I was in the fire too. I just had to jump out and stand next door. Ain't nobody lift him up out of there. I seen him. He was just like the motherfucker on X-Men. He, I swear by Almighty love, God, Your Honor, he just elevated it. I ain't see no hand, no nothing. He's wrong. He keep telling you God did that to him. I can't bear witness that, Your Honor. And we in court. You need proof. Without a reasonable doubt. We ain't working with mysteriousness in court, Your Honor. So don't start now. Ain't no time in history have anybody ever won a case under some mysterious shit. I bear witness to it. I done see niggas in court switch religions. Gotta court a body. They done went in there, grew a beard, put a kufi on, learned a whole new language in 13 months. Went to court. Judge wasn't trying to hear that shit. I feel sorry for him. He done put this nigga put 13 hard months in of praying, man. Yeah, judge, you can't give him a little break. He was really, I think he remorseful for him. Judge said, no, the fuck he ain't. That's front, cuz. That's front. He only doing that because he's in the predicament. I said, Your Honor, you ain't got to tell me. I'm in here with these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? So don't pump fake yourself because you're not pump faking nobody else. You're only fooling and playing yourself. Let's read on, shall we? So we were basically at, let's start with, all right, let's recap. That's all we're going to recap. That way we know exactly where we're at. So it states, basically, I just wonder if I'm not broadly speaking or referring to others. So am I actually a unique individual? And yes, you are. It's a question here. Are you a unique individual? Yes, you are. You're very powerful. More powerful, far, way beyond that of what anybody has not ever told you. Did you hear what I just said, Peter? Because you know your teacher never told you that you were powerful. Some of you, your teacher may have said, well, you got potential. You could be a good carpenter, or you may be a good auto mechanic, or you may be a good firefighter, police, or at best, you may, not many make it, but colored people make it, but you can be an attorney. And that be the extent. But, of course, you got to imagine, anybody that doesn't treat you right will never teach you right. You see? So, of course, they'll never tell you that you came from royalty. You incarnated eons and eons of life cycles as nothing but deities upon this plane of existence. And now it's my turn to be the ruler. Huh? Listen to me. Let's get deep with it. We did nothing yet. You think it's deep now? We might got to do a part 3. So, yes, you are unique in your own way, and you're very powerful. You are a unique individual because You have the ability to perceive the world, see it, and manifest it. There's not a mystery or spooky God that's creating anything, people. And you will never, I will give you the rest of your life to prove to me wrong and show me otherwise. And look, here's the good part. When you do, I'm going to bow down and worship and believe in life as you do. How about that? You see, I love me. Oh, I love me. That's how thorough this nigga is, man. I will give up my life for you. Because I know you got the right formula, the right mathematics to get me into heaven. And that's all I want. But if I cannot prove others proceed as the world the way that I do, I'm sorry, hold on. Let's back up. So, yes, you are a unique individual. I don't assume others cannot see the world, but I can't prove it. Know it for certain. So, in other words, what is really indicating here? No two people see the world as the same. Okay? I know how much you like to think that everybody is the same, and we all bleed the same, and we're all from the same cloth, and the same God love us all, and we're just like one big happy family living with the animals and the monkeys, and nothing's wrong. Although that sounds beautiful, and every Muslim got a piece of lamb in every pot, and every, you know what I'm talking about, and every drug addict got all the drugs that's accessible to them. That's still not going to change the fact that you are your own God, whether at your highest state of existence or to the most debased. It is you who is in sole control of all things in existence. Let's be clear on this. All right? So, moving on. It states that I have truly wondered whether other people are as real as I am or capable of being as real as I am. Other people live and die, but I have yet to die. How is this? Huh? Am I immortal? Can anyone prove it? Am I the only person capable of experiencing the world because I live within my own so-called body and mind? Let me ask y'all, let me put a question out there in social media. And there's some real shit. Is there a God that created you, or is there someone who said that to you? Can you prove, remember, this creator, supreme being, whatever title you want to give it? I don't even care if you can't even remember whether you formulated yourself or not. At least let it be to that degree. I don't know. I don't remember. until we start to remember, until these answers starts to appear to these questions. All answers, all questions will be answered. My only job is to put it in up for revision. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Because see, you want to know if you are in the age of the information stages of existence, then guess what? That means I need to be in the knowing factor. No longer should I be believing. It was once upon a time when I believed that Santa Claus was delivering me gifts and coming down the chimney in the Christmas, putting gifts under the tree and eating up my milky cookies. I believe that shit. I believe that the fairy, what's her name? Fairy godmother was putting money under my pillow when I lost my teeth, and I'm still broke. You think it's funny, don't you? It's not funny. I need to stop being mystified and come about that spookyism. Ain't nobody coming to save my dumb ass. Just think. You think somebody wanted to come and save you? I done heard you for years tell me how rich of a condition your soul has been in. So what, you think that you deserve to be saved now? Because you can't come up out of the mud? Huh? In my Dick Gregory tone, huh? You think that somebody, you... Oh my God. Like, what is he doing right now before he comes to save you? Taking a lunch break? Taking vitamins? I'm sorry. It's just, it gets crazy when you think about this. Because there'll be somebody tomorrow coming up and ask you, are you saved? Let's read on, shall we? So, nothing outside of my perception is inherently real to me. This is the attitude that you got to walk around with, just so you can make it real. I know it's not real right now. Why? Because that's what you said. Don't blame the cat down the road. You said that shit. I heard you. We got it on tape. You said you got no power. You ain't in control. In fact, you run around here reciting and quoting the Serenity Prayer, asking some mystery God to allow you to accept the shit that you can't change, and the difference to know, and the wisdom to know the difference. Ain't that a bitch? Why should you deserve any wisdom and you can't figure this shit out for yourself? Huh? What if I was God and you asked me those questions? Wait, I'm tripping, man. Let me stop tripping. Cause you know I ain't gonna punish you like that though. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a pass. Cause you know what I mean? That's just me. But listen, I'm listening to these religious people. These guys ain't too fair like me, y'all. That nigga talk about burning your ass forever in the hellfire if you don't be compliant. I ain't lying. I'm not making this up. Y'all better go to a Catholic church. They will burn. Man, you seen that post I posted on I posted on my Facebook page. That shit got to be some bullshit. Shit. Satan didn't listen to him. Why? So how you gonna burn me forever? And you let Satan go, run rampant in the earth. Look, read the Quran in Arabic like I did, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows Shaitan who belayhim in a shame to roam the earth to and fro, to devour who all them and who he pleases. Wow. Man, hold on. Y'all believe that? Hold on, God. Hold on. Hold on. I don't the Quran is one book I don't have on the shelf. Nor do I have the Bible, and that's for specific reasons. I am the walking Bible and Quran. And what's crazy, I speak it in Arabic, Urdu, Arabic, and Hebrew. Well, I used to. Let's let me clear that up. Somebody might want to test me on that. I'm not as fluent as I was 20 years ago because I'm not around with them people and I don't speak it. There's no need to use it. So you know how life is. If you don't use it, you'll pretty much lose it. Not everything, but for the most part, it's like a relationship. If she's not or he's not around, they're pretty much out of your mind and you can move on and find you a new lover. You know what I'm talking about? So, again, tell yourself that nothing outside of your perception is inherently real to you. There's nothing wrong with that, people. You can't go and you'll never listen. You can't go to jail. You won't be summoned. You won't be subpoenaed. Your God will love you, in fact, because your God will say, "Well, wow, that was pretty unanimous to be down there on earth with such an idea there, young fella." So you may ask yourself, am I immortal? Huh? Can anyone prove that? Can anyone prove it? Am I the only person capable of experiencing the world because I live within my own so-called body and mind? I cannot see the world through other people or as other people. I can't escape my own body or mind, or can I? Why should I definitely believe that the world or other so-called perceptions outside of me are real or similar to me? After all, I am just me, and only I can experience the world with proof. You may be reading or hearing this right now and thinking that what I'm saying and expressing is crazy. But you have to imagine that, yes, it is I too that is here experiencing the world just like you are. But are you really doing so? Are you really having your experiences? Or is Jamie Foxx like a puppet, make me do right, make me do wrong, I'm your puppet? Huh? Talk like to me, people. Or let's go and forever stay on the dark side. It makes me no difference. I'm with the shit. I like it all. It makes me no difference. I'm with the shits. I like it all. 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 I like it all Maybe the whole world is just an illusion. And I'm the only real thing in it. Did you ever think like that to yourself? Did you ever think that the world actually does evolve around you? Despite how many times your mother explained and told you that no, the world don't evolve around you? Well, let's think about it. That's a mighty powerful thought for the world to be evolving around me. So why would someone go out their way to explain something that would seem something similar of the impossible? That's almost like saying the sun rise because I exist. Oh my God. Maybe he's right. I'm your puppet. Make me do right. Make me do wrong. I'm your puppet. Maybe the money do grow on trees. Else, why would they tell you such a thing? Have you ever heard anybody come and tell you that, hey, Nate, you got hair on your head? That would be funny, wouldn't it? But if you never came to tell me that I got hair on my head, then it would be accepted as nothing but normalcy. Thereby, it will be hard to deceive me by making such a statement about my hair, about anything. So when they told you that the world don't evolve around you, they were basically explaining to you in a nonchalant and undercover way that yes, it does. Maybe some of y'all never heard that before. And it's okay. You get to hear it now. And if you ever want to know, yes, it does. In school, they're going to teach you that you are spinning in the world. You just tell the teacher that Nate said no. That's backwards, inside out and upside down and stupid. We're not spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. And don't worry about being debunked or being laughed at because they can't prove it no more than you can prove it. But at least you got the goals to bring up the argument of the foolishness of thinking that you could be spinning on a goddamn globe and water takes its surface, its own level. And then you want to fly in an object in the sky, what they call air, and title it a plane. Why ain't it an air globe or air curvature? Why don't you see curvature? No, nigga, you see level when you out there on those ships using your binoculars. You don't see curvature. Stop lying to these people so that they could get themselves together, shaped up in order so that the paradigm could be a little bit more utopianism up around here. Unless you want to continue to keep benefiting off of the foolishness, which they are. Some of these people is making $48 trillion a day off of the foolishness of the ignorance of some of these beings in this world. I ain't lying. I'm not making this up. They said some people spend 40, or probably it's close to 78 trillion now, just on beard and hair alone. I say, fuck, let the hair grow. Let that shit lock up, man. We put our money to better resources. And then once you accumulate something, then you can cut your hair and do whatever you want with that shit. This shit ain't that important like that to be spending $78 trillion on, y'all. Real rat. I know I ain't graduated from high school, but goddamn, I know how to make money flip. What the fuck? That's crazy. You got y'all spending that much money on beer, cigarettes, and shit? Oh my god. Woo! This is pathetic. Now you see why I stay to myself and I ain't got no friends and I'm by myself? I'm my own culture. I ain't black. I ain't brown. I ain't white. I'm not African American. I'm not Aboriginal. I'm not indigenous. I'm not fucking none of that shit. I'm not Indian, Czechoslovakian, Russian, Ukrainian, Indian, motherfucking African, Jamaican. You know what I mean, man? No, I'm not from the yard. None of that. Those are all places. I'm not Chinese. I'm not Korean. No. Those are all locations and areas. I'm nothing but the sum total of all my experience. And it's not enough time in existence for me to say and explain to you all that I am. That's right. I'm just that phenomenal. I wish you had somebody like this sitting around in America talking about I self Lord and Master. Half the cats in America looking for a Lord and Master. But I don't give a fuck. I do karate and shit, taekwondo, martial arts. They just need a master. That's a shame. No, you a master, nigga. Stop that. I'm not your homie. Get off of me. I'm not your friend. I'm gonna teach you how to get this fish. And once you go fishing, you're gonna learn to live forever, G. You hear me? I got grandchildren. I can't be babysitting y'all. And pretty soon they're gonna need a lot of my attention. So I ain't gonna be around all day telling y'all how to be God, man. For real. Y'all better listen to me now. That's why I'm making all these videos. Because there's gonna be a time when you're gonna have to go back and research this shit. Because the way this world is going, they telling you that you need to be worshiping something. And it's probably gonna be the robots. Upload yourself into the AI system so that you can be comfortable and live forever. And who not gonna want to take on that deal? So a lot of people, they're gonna be free willing to be able to be uploaded into the system as opposed to doing it the natural way and just go ahead and disseminate and dissipate out into the ether. They want to come right back, stay here, be uploaded. Yeah, it's okay. Listen, I'm not taking nothing away from you beings. Y'all know me. Go to the beginning of my stream. What do? I welcome you. Once we done dialoguing, building, then we disperse. And you go ahead and go do what you do, whatever it is in existence, and I go and do whatever I do in existence. Some of you might like to go stick your finger in your ear and keep playing with it for a couple hours. Some of you might go like to play Madden. Some of you might like to go to the gun range and shoot your gun. Some of you might like go to visit people and take on different escapades and such. Listen, but when you all come together on the common terms of how to make things happen and be productive for the whole, that's when you're going to set that shit to the side. We don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Ahmadiyya, Sufism, Nuwabian, Israelite, you know what I mean? You could be a goddamn Buddhist, a Zoroastrianism, Taoism, you know what I mean? Jehovah's Witness. You lead at home. That's your personal. Your relationship with your God is personal. That means I'm entitled to tell whoever, none of your fucking business, who my God is. With all due respect. I could be in Dubai. Go ahead and lock me up if you want. Because the way I express my seriousness. I'm going to be sitting in jail. Telling the minister that's going to come by and ask me, am I all right? I might take it a little bit deeper at that point because y'all got me locked up for freedom of expression. Then you got to know to send some man around with the all black on with the little white right here. You know them cats that they call father on earth who they ain't supposed to be calling nobody else but father and but the one up in heaven? Yeah, them dudes. Yeah, he gonna come around and say, have you accepted the Lord Jesus Christ yet? Y'all seen it in Malcolm X. How many seen Malcolm X? When Malcolm X was in the cell and they sent that pale man in there with the all black on and a little bit of white right here. That cat that they call father, who they ain't supposed to call father, nobody on earth but the one in heaven. Look it up! Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up, god damn it. Because I like to be factual and actual. I don't want my video taken down for nothing. Because they will take my video down if it's not factual. And it's never been taken down for what I talk. Never. Because I'm talking the real shit. I'm talking shit that's saving their kids' life. I'm talking shit that saved the president's life. I'm talking shit that saved the Dalai Lama life. I'm talking shit that saved them niggas in the Grand Canyon life. I'm talking shit that saved them niggas up in Tibet, all up in the mountains and shit. Them niggas that don't come out of them hills and caves. I'm talking that good shit. It's sassy. This shit is good. A1 steak sauce, baby. For real. USA grade. This shit is homebred and made right here in Mount Airy, Philadelphia. Don't get it twisted. Don't get this twisted. Please. Because I'll take it more deeper. The more fucked up and twisted you get it, the deeper I got to go. You hear me, family? Y'all hear me out here, please. I ain't playing. I'm serious and compassionate about this shit here. And I don't die. I wish I could tell you I died for it. But I don't die. I'm just gonna come right back on your top, nigga. I'll fuck around and be your nightmare. Or I can be your best dream. It's all how you take it. You see how this works? There's no mystery, God, people. And I don't know. I don't know if there's enough English words to express the way I can convince people. And I know I can't convince the people. Wow, this is beautiful right here. Oh, I was going to look something up. I forgot what it was. It's all right. I'm moving fast with it. And I'm smoking now. It's been time. So we're going to finish reading as I smoke here. And hopefully I'll look up what I was going to look up. Oh, I know what it was. See? And they said marijuana. Don't they tell you marijuana make you forget? I did forget, but how come I remember right back right away? And I'm still sharp on my game when I got the game right here. Let me take a puff to that. They might want to hope I forget the next important information that I got to do to you. That's what they hoping. And they shooting frequency and wave signals through via this technology yet. It could be done through the ether. So, our question was, you thought I forgot then. Now I got your back. Remember you? And okay. Where does it state that we shall not call nobody father on earth but the one in heaven? Okay, I see it here, but I want it to be written aloud. Can you read where it says that we should not call no one father on earth but the one in heaven? What does Matthew 23, verse 9 say? What is Matthew 23, 9? All right, I can't get it to talk, so let me read it. Call no man father. All right? Jesus emphasizes the primary role of our Heavenly Father. All right? And it states, let's get it out of the, they got different transliterations too. So I want y'all to be aware of that. They got the NLT, the CSB, the NASB, the NIV, the ESV, the motherfucking KJV, and the new KJV. And all this is done intentionally and purposely to keep individuals in confusion. See? So we're going to read from the KJV. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father, which is in heaven. Where's heaven at? In yourself. I'm Father, live in my heaven. Remember the prayer, the Father's prayer that I revised. Check. And if in case you missed it, let me say it again for you people out here. These people don't know that I revised the Father's prayer. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm that motherfucking bad. That's why it's on my bike. How many people seen that sticker on my bike? Am I that fucking bad? You goddamn right I am. I caught enough ass whippers to be this bad. What is wrong with you? My teachers used to call home to my mom, and by the time they came and picked me up and I got home, I got a good severe ass whipping. So I deserve to be this motherfucking bad. I earned my stripes. And call no one your father upon earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. So I'm Father. Solid be my name. Huh? Where it states that our Father, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. No, who you talking to? It's time for you to step up now. I want you to take that prayer and take it personal, just like the relationship that you got with this cat. And you quote, your mouthpiece is what's everything, people. Did you hear me? So the words that you speak will manifest and bring about your destiny. So if you start speaking in the terms of I'm being the father or the queen mother, whatever you want to put it, some of you women out there may not feel suitable and comfortable with being a father. Switch it up. Take your time, sit down for a minute and rephrase it. Put I'm mother. Huh? Solid, but let your names always have more than one name. Just don't be Nathaniel. You got to be Chaos. You got to be Nathaniel. You got to be Oceans. You got to be Brick Oceans. You got to be Sincere. You got to be Nafis and so forth. And all these are energies that you got to take on. But you must manifest them. Never take on a name that you're not endowed with the power of manifesting. Chad? Else you're wasting your energy. You ain't gonna perform well out here in existence. There's gonna be some fuck ups. Trust me. You want to get in where you fit in. Sell your own water. Stick to the rhythm that you used to. Don't go chasing other niggas' waterfalls. All right? So let's get into this reading, shall we? We're going to get deep with it. We're going to get deep with it. Watch this. Watch how I'm going to show that you the Almighty God. Watch this. And watch how nobody's ever going to prove you wrong. Watch. I don't care if you wait till the year 5002, 5003, 4016. It's going to get greater for you. Watch. Nobody besides me is perceptible because only I am perceptible. Huh? From my perception. I hope y'all pass English so y'all can understand these words. If not, look them up, people. I was born in this body. And mine only once, and now I don't perceive the world or see it as others supposedly do. Isn't it possible that I'm the only real or special existence in this universe? I don't know of any other probable perception besides my own. Realistically, couldn't I be the God? Huh? A deity? A special thing? Immortal? Again, nothing or nobody but me can prove perception. Nobody, nothing but me can prove perception. You see why we all fucked up out here in the world? Because I'm even listening to what my brother or my sister or my mother told me that was right for me. When I just distinctly read right here that it is impossible for another individual to perceive one's perception. Let's go deeper, right? Look, it gets deeper. This shit is deep. I hope y'all watching and paying attention to your surroundings in the world too. Cause they cloning Tyrone, for real. They ain't playing. Look at Jamie Foxx, star player of the movie. Huh? And I want you to go, don't come explain nothing to me. You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. You go sit and stand in the corner of your room and sit on the bed or what have you, and you figure it the fuck out. Is that Jamie or not? After he had made the movie coming up out that hospital. You'll be doing real fine just to say that it's a fucking Hollywood celebrity. That'll get you a pass. But you do not want to come back with the discovery of that being the same James. Real talk. You may not make it as a detective. If you was ever wanted to be a detective, you know what I mean? You want to look into forensics and shit. You might want to, you know, be doing a little analysis out here, matching body parts and looking for people. But you got to be at a certain level to be able to do that. You can't be talking about that's the same Jamie and no, that's not either a clone or something else or somebody playing tricks on you. But he got a mask on. You got to say something. Not after you just made a movie. Oh, no. We're not even going to get at that. Let's get busy back with this deeper stuff, right? Because what we talking about is becoming the supreme being. And that way, none of this bullshit will sit well with you. You'll be able to see right through it. You see? Because we're living in a time, let me explain this, where all information is available, but yet still at the same time, you got the adversaries out there that's being combative. They don't want you to know the difference, be able to differentiate. Okay? And you can tell by look at some of the posters that's coming up on Facebook, and they selling you an airplane pilot at his best with his skills, and it's nothing but a simulation. You gotta look at the screen real good. It's not really a real video of a person flipping the plane all around. So that right there lets you know that because information is so available and prominent right now, then you got the adversary, the disagreeable, the uncomfortable, dislikeful, ugly ass nigga, that type of creature. They out there doing their work too. And they very upset, people. They very, 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 they so upset they don't know how to start the next coronavirus. I mean, I'm sorry, not the coronavirus. Was it a pandemic? They don't, listen, we got them so tied up. The next pandemic is supposed to have been started, but it's on delay right now because of, so I can't give it too thorough, but just know that yin and yang is at its work. You know what I'm talking about? You got to stay over on your game of a balance and keep that positive. Way over the Richter scale of a negative. You check? In the third dimension, they have what they call a nigga with bipolar. And that's the hyperboloid, the opposite of poles. You're just like a battery. This is your positive, and this being your negative. Huh? You got left, right, night, day, hot, cold, up, down, and so forth. Good, bad, huh? Am I right or wrong? It's different when you were on another dimension, somewhere else in existence. And you know this when you're in your dreams with it. The same principles that apply here don't apply elsewhere. So the formula that you got to utilize in this realm, where you think they get the idea when in Rome do what Rome do? I mean, how it go? How it go? Thank you. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do. I guess what? You know me, I'm macro type of boy. I'm taking it to the Supreme Court. We going to the top with it. What the fuck is you talking about? Well, when on Earth, you do as the Earthlings do. It's real simple. Don't make it hard. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. Damn, you acting like you got to go to Martin Luther King High School to graduate so you can get an education. Stop that dumbass shit. You smarter than them people. You smarter than them people that's teaching in the rooms. And if you stop taking them shots, you'll be able to excel way far beyond them. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't know what them shots do to me. For all I know, they could be weakening my blood, my DNA strand. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, I'm liquid crystal white. I'm the Superman. So why are you injecting me with something? You know I ain't graduated high school, no school, none of these. So I'm outside the box. I'm looking in on this dumbass shit. I wasn't conformed. I ain't got no certificates. You can't say I'm your motherfucking puppet. None of you people. I take no oath to none of that dumbass shit. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the Republic for which it stands, but I'm going to be a Democratic throughout the land. That's dumb. He's talking about that ain't the way it go. I know, but I just can't figure out why you Democratic and you standing for the Republican order. That don't make sense to me. And there still have not yet anyone to come along and explain it. Whereas though it makes sense. Everyone that I seem to bring it out to seems to elude the idea. It's not even a question. It's an idea. How are you conservative, independent, and democratic when America is based on republicancy, reptiliancy? Then you ain't look at the back of that eye on the dollar bill. What's wrong with you people? Y'all working too hard out here, and you're not doing enough research. That's what's going on. Look at the eye. Take a magnifying glass. So I got one here. I got several of them, but I got to see one's around now. But you want to get yourself a magnifying glass, people. I'm going to show you, but I don't have one in this location. All right, so, but when you get a chance and you want to look at that pyramid, okay, look at the eye in the pyramid. I want y'all to look at the eye in the pyramid. All right, I want y'all to look at that, yo. And you'll notice that's not a human eye. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. To bust your bubble and even to wake you up. And if you ain't ready for the truth, you better not do no research. Stay dumb. Because I understand. Yes, ignorance is blissful. I hate knowing this shit. I wish I was dumb as fuck. That way I could be just. Oh, hi. Hello. Good morning. Yes. Oh, I love today. It's so beautiful. Oh, if God didn't wake me up today, I don't know what I'll be doing. These niggas are sick, man. Oh, thank the Lord I woke. Like Bobby said, well, hell, a dog woke up today. The cat down the road woke up today, too. The niggas in jail woke up today, too. You think they happy? Over in Ukraine, they waking up, too. But they got to get ready after their little couple hours of sleep. You think they happy? You think they thanking God? We got to stop this dumbass living that we're doing. Real talk. And until we stop the dumb thinking, our actions is always going to be that of reflection. That eye is a reptilian eye. Look at it well, people, before they change it. Because I'm waking y'all up. And y'all know how they play when we wake up. They're going to switch up. They're going to take the information away. They're going to change it. You know what I mean? They got that right. This is their money. Look who's on the front. And you walk around with this in your pocket for decades. You took the white Jesus down, but you failed to take down the white rulership, white supremacy. So they're going to give you a little bit. They're going to throw you a couple bones just to keep you happy. But you're never in this realm, in the physical world, get to bring total utopianism and dominancy of divineness. That's just not that type of party here. At least not in the frequency and vibration of that what is called America. For you know that America, and maybe you don't know. Some people don't know. So let me not say you know. But it can be discovered and found to be of America being a corporation. I'm not gonna get deep into that because that's a whole nother 33 hours worth of stream of information. And we don't have that time right now allotted to us. We want to continue and finishing up with the I factor, right? And we getting into the idea of transforming into the new you. I need not to be of the same character that I was yesterday. That's right. I ain't giving out no breaks and nobody get no pass. That's right. You should be sharp enough now where you can make a switch just in the blink of an eye. You got it, right? So assuming you're the only perceiving being and everyone else is a figment of your imagination, your subconscious keeping you company, then yes, perhaps you are lonely. God, who has created some world within their mind and proceeded to live inside it and wipe their mind of the memory of creating it. Perhaps you are also a God who has created sentinel creatures, but then put their own mind into the body of into the body of one of these creatures and prompting forgotten about all of the God stuff before. But you may also be a devil, right? A coma patient, a coma patient, someone in a VR world, a simulation, a rabbit. And a lot of times, and by now you should have heard the idea of perhaps maybe we're in a simulation. This is me having a projectional experience and having my avatar performing, and all these things sound good. And because the mere fact that you're able to speak of such an idea, then I'm going to have to allow that to have some relevancy to some degree, to some state of existence. We working with this. Individual may not can't yet quite, you know, pinpoint and theoretically put it in proper perspective. But for the most part, you got to understand. For a nigga to bring about such an information like that, where the fuck is you getting that from? I got to question that. I'm not going to be so stupid as to just go ahead and laugh at that shit. Like that's, something not to be taken. It's not something to be taken lightly. That's not how I roll in existence. I pay attention to what everybody's saying and do. Well, I know that everyone's thought, character, and what they say has relevancy to the whole of the scheme of things. Because check it out. If it didn't, you wouldn't have did it, or you wouldn't have said it. It would never exist. Your mind can't make nothing up that doesn't have any relevancy to it. That's how intelligent I am. You go ahead and pump fake if you want. Sit there and try to imagine something that doesn't have no existence or relevancy to it. You'll just be tickling your own goddamn mind. Trust me. Been there, done that. All right, so look, let's get into this as a man thinking. We got to wrap this up. Now, why are we talking about transforming into the new you? Because the old you has failed. Number one, it's pretty much diseased up. We are chemicals all in our system from the food that we eat in, possibly the flowers that we smoke in. And one would never know unless they really took it into consideration to start to have any adverse reaction to the situation if it, in fact, it was to be harmful at all. Right? And so thought is linked with purpose. There could be no real intelligent accomplishment. All right? So that brings us to the idea of reading about of as a man thinking. And we're going to move into the chapter where it speaks of what we just made mention of. And with the majority the bar cube of thought is allowed to drift upon the ocean of life. Aimlessness is a vice, and such drifting must not continue for him or her, for that matter, who will stay clear of catastrophe and destruction. Now, as we move right along, as I said, I want to get into a couple things here. We're going to do away. Let me close out some of these books, some of these pages here. I do want to read something I just told you. I don't know, spiritual practices. See if I can retrieve it really quick. All right, so I do got it back, and we're going to read about that. But before we do, we're going to finish up out of as a man thinketh as psalmist. And so, they who have no central purpose in life. Now, we must have a idea and a purpose of why we exist. Other than to get a good job, a good career, whatever earthly idea that you think, other than dancing, other than having babies, other than stacking up a good bank account, there's a specific and precise reasoning, and only you can go back and reflect and bring about the idea why you manifest in the physical plane in the first place. Now, don't get me wrong. It can be to come here and have a baby, and have a bunch of babies for men. But if that's be the case, then make sure that you know that's your purpose and reasoning. So that whole experience that you're going to go through will be the most finest experience that could ever take place. Shit, you're going to be having a baby, you're up in a hotel, you fed well, you're smoking good, you're eating good, you're getting good sex, and all that good shit. There's nothing wrong. Only thing you just wish that you knew what it was like to be poor. Okay? But that's my point. Make sure you know you're here to be a police officer. You came to Earth to serve in the military. Okay, for 40 years. Get your you came here to get you some ribbons and some plaques and some purple hearts for killing a lot of people. Be sure. Don't do these things because next door neighbor or the brother or somebody else told you that this is what you should be doing. Oftentimes people don't make it, and it causes an early demise for a lot of people. And so therefore they never really get to intentionally act out the true purpose and reason why they ever came to earth in the first place. So guess what? Because that's a karma or something that an individual wrote, it got to be ironed and played out. So they got to have an incarnation again into that same exact type of energy and ley line until you straighten and iron that out before you could graduate and move on to your next cycle. Oh, I done figured this shit out, y'all. I done sat back and stayed to myself and thought about so much shit. This is what I do. And it comes to me easy. This is what I do. When I ask a question, I'm automatic. All I gotta do is eat a goddamn blueberry and drink some alkaline water and stay the fuck away from all negativity and stupidity and unhealthy things for a period of time. And I'm gonna be refined, very fine. There's levels to this shit. I think they told you that best in the song. So those, the individual who have no central purpose in life, their life fall an easy prey to petty worries, fears, troubles, and self-pity, all of which lead just as surely as deliberately planned sin. Nobody different route to nothing but failure. Oh, excuse me for a minute. I gotta run and go do something right quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, so let's get some energy out here. See if people come through on the web. Let's see here. Kelly. All right, Kelly, come through. Okay. All right, that's what's up. We'll send some positive energy and love out there to Kelly Akusa. Akuso. Akuso. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but let's hope that Kelly is listening and that if I'm not pronouncing it, forgive me. She says, stay live. All right. That's what's up. She listening. Let's give her a warm welcome. Some hearts up for that one right there. That's one of my favorite people in the universe. Kelly. Yeah. Kelly Akusa. Akusa. I like that name. Oh yeah, I see we got Kane too. She's always around. Kane Kane. Thumbs up for you too. I hope everything is going lovely in your life. I see how you are. So good. Everybody, we got we're gonna gravitate into existence. That is what is meant to gravitate to. What's not meant for you, and it pretty much if it comes to you, then you can rest assured that it was actually meant for Man, let's get some energy out here too. Zara Hayes too. Wow, that was a deep statement there. I'm not going to say that right now. Wow. I guess that's definitely something to be interested in looking into. All right. Zara Hayes. So yes, let's get back to Kelly. Kelly, yeah, we got to locate Kelly. You might want to bring Kelly. She's one of my favorite people. Also, we want to send energy and love out there to Asad Lina. Alright. She also came. Kelly and Dolly. Yeah, I've known y'all for a long time. That's what's up. Good company. I can see things that I've been seeing since I've been on this airway. That shows good relationship. And so, Kelly, yeah, back to Kelly. Kelly, looking good out there, young lady. Looking good work. More success and prosperity. Yeah, more love of all everything. That's what it's about. Are you about love? When people about love, when I'm about love, love brings about prosperity, opportunity. It's like manipulating the elements and the forces of nature. That's how I look at it. If you do good to life, life will do tenfold back to you good. See how this works? Don't be deceptive. Don't seek to be cheating. Some people they wanna, or that's how I say. You see, some people they might want to go to the store. The item costs $100. right? Because you at a flea market and you feel though that it's not that the norm type of shopping situation that you've been doing. You can talk the price down. So you want to possibly get the item at a lower rate. So you say, well, can I give you $80? You ever find it or see people do stuff like that? Huh? Don't you know that you're setting up yourself for a state of failure in to some degree? You got to pay that forward back because you cheated that person of a couple dollars. That person wanted $100 for that because they might need it to get their electric turned on, you know, and it was $100 short. But here you come, you only want to give me $80. You wouldn't go in Walmart and tell them, I'm not going to pay $32 for this. Let me give you 23. No, straight go in your pocket or your pocketbook. After that cashier ring that shit up, you look straight at the, how much is it? It's 11.05. And start peeling. You don't say 11.05. Now you know it's a 5 cent. $11.05. I never hear nobody say, well, here go 11. I ain't got the 5 cent. Most cats, they giving it out $12. Old ladies, they in their little purse looking for change. They're gonna give you the exact amount. 10, 11. Let me see if I got 5 cents. And they got all the bills. Fuck me up. Because all the bills we said right there, you couldn't have just gave them no bill. No, they be like, no, let me find you 5 cents. 11.05. But if I'm going to sell you a product, possibly I'm having a yard sale in my backyard. And because I'm a black man, looking to get ahead of the white man, you on his team, see. You on his side, seeking to keep me back. Incognito, undercover type. Yeah. But you fucking be talking to me like, yo, we friends. And all the while, you on his team. Oh, Nate, how much you want for that motorcycle? Give me 2,700. Can I give you two? Can I give you a buck? No. Did I say? Did I say 2,000? I need 27 that week. Matter of fact, give me 3 now. You don't want this fight. That's how I play. Real talk. Oh, these cats know. You won't be getting this bike off of me. I'll wait to somebody that I never talked to before and present a whole new fucking price to their mind. You don't have to just worry about whether this bike will sell or not. You go run out there and get that free or not. That's all. That's because you fucked up trying to play me. And you should know better. I'm on your team. I'm one of the good guys. And you want to play me. See, that's why you get your ass whipped. Oh, shit. I don't think I can say that on Facebook. Last time I said that on Facebook, that got me I went to jail for that. So I do apologize. I'm not insinuating or like that. Facebook that's not directed toward any person, place, or thing. Nobody deserves an ass whooping in this country. I don't care how many people you shoot. I don't care how many people you kill. I don't care how much robbing out here. I don't care how much illegal parking. They don't deserve to be smacked. All right? I don't care how much ignorancy is going on. They busting in front of the line from the supermarket. No, not slap them. Let them people go. I don't care how illegal driving the speed past 50 miles per hour that they're supposed to be traveling and killing and hitting them people and keep going. Do not smack them. That shit will get your face, your video taken down, bro. I swear on my soul. Last time I said, no, I'm sorry, not smack. Do not say that they need their ass whooped. That's what got my video taken. But I said, it was some crazy shit that happened, and I know goddamn well if your grandmama would have seen this shit, she would have been witness that person needed their ass whooped, and they put me in jail on Facebook for that. That's not cool. That's not fair, y'all. Because y'all should have let me express myself to you until they got that money. But they probably never got an ass whooping now that you blocked me and cut me off. Because I was going to make it happen. But it's a good thing that you did, huh? You saved that nigga from his ass. So let's get back into this information. We got a little bit more to go. We got a little bit more to cover. Right now, we're digging into it as a man and woman thinking out here. You know? Make like a farmer. We're going to dig the potato now and plant it later. I'm sorry. We're going to actually plant the tomato now. We're going to plant this tomato and dig it later. All right? Now you go rid of that. Everybody all right? So again, a man should conceive a legitimate purpose in his life. And we talk about women too. Let's be clear on this. And we need to set out to accomplish it. He or she should make this purpose the centralization point of their thoughts. Are we clear on this? It may take the form of a spiritual idea or it may be a worldly object, according to his nature, right? At the time being, but whichever it is, he or she should steadily focus his or her thought forces upon the object which he or she has set before them. He or she should make this purpose their supreme duty and should devote themselves to its attainment, not allowing their thoughts to wander away into ephemeral fantasies, longing, and imaginations. This is the royal road to self-control and true concentration of thought. Even if he or she fails again and again to accomplish their purpose, as he or she necessarily must until weakness is overcome. The strength of character gain will be the measure of his or her true success, and this will form a new starting point for future power and triumph. So in other words, you don't never give up. I remember when I wanted to stop smoking cigarettes until I finally stopped in in March the 13th, 2012. Or was it March the 11th? I got it written down somewhere. But I knew that there could be no way possible for me to do that if I had not had a track, a ley line, a record, a long record of not wanting to smoke. It was an order that was set in process long before it ever manifested or came into fruition. You see, for nothing happens or come about without the express written permission of your thought process. I don't care what circumstances or state you find yourself in the physical world. It was your thought that put you there. You may not remember it, so don't go blame it on nobody else. It ain't no spooky devil under the ground, and it ain't no fucking angels flying around, and God ain't sitting in the cloud on a white goddamn chair with some. Oh my God, y'all gonna stop playing with me today? Real talk, real talk. We not gonna play those games, y'all. Y'all gonna come forth and put your fucking pants on, put your boots on, and stand up and be accountable for your life, and stop waiting for this mystery God to come help or save you. That's some shit that somebody made up ancient times ago just to keep you in order and so they can make money off of yours. Why you think you gotta pass the collection plate? Nowadays they telling you ain't dropping $1 and you can't come into church. You better go find your savior from somewhere else. And they got a Mac machine in the church just in case you talking about, I only got plastic. Go tech Mac. I ain't lying. I'm not making this up, people. Y'all know I'll never come on social media. I might laugh and joke. But that's because I'm just silly like that. But I don't spread no misinformation. And at least I make every attempt not to do so. And if I do it, I want to stand correct. And I want y'all to pull my card on it too. Facebook do it. They do it all the time. They block my shit, false information. It's only happened a few times, but for the most part, it can be done. You can do the same thing. Nate, you talking shit. Yo, I ain't supreme. There is somebody better than me. Here it is right here. Let me show you. And then I'm going to bow down and believe that you believe now. Because now you have shown and proved that what I'm talking about and what I thought was right from my perception was right. But here it is, you come along and finally, how you doing, God? Nice to meet you. I, what do you mean? How did I expect you guys? I didn't know how to expect you to be. I didn't know whether you had woolly hair or long fur. 6 ether. I ain't know whether you had 9 ether or 6 ether hair. It's, people tell me so many depictions of what you look like. And how about God with neither one? All along we know God come back. He ain't black or white. This motherfucker Chinese. Real talk, yo. How about God come back? What if he came back out the sky? That will fuck y'all up. You ever see Dave Chappelle when he was in the Ku Klux Klan meeting and he took his hoodie off and all the white folks noticed it was a black man and the dude in the back room in the back of the wall, his head just was all over the back of the wall. That's what will happen if that sky cracked and a UFO came out that motherfucker and it was a Chinese man. I'm silly. Let me stop. No disrespect to my Chinese people. Y'all some intelligent people. Keep up the good work that y'all doing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with Chinese people. I'm not gonna go live in China. I don't like that border y'all got over there. And by the time America get like that, I'll be going already. You know what I mean? Like, no, China, y'all motherfuckers is on some strict shit over there. Like, no. But I like the social credit system. You know what I mean? You can really actually get paid just for opening up the door for an old lady, picking up some trash off the ground, scraping some bubble gum off the ground that somebody spit. They got that. That's what, yeah, you get paid for that. And you can get defunded. Yeah, go ahead and walk across and do some shit that you ain't supposed to be doing. You know how you got a Samsung wallet on your phone? I'm trying to tell y'all. There's so much I can get into, if we want to get into, but time ain't yet ready. But we want to see what's popping. We definitely gonna see what's popping in this world. We're gonna see who's gonna have the last laugh. The niggas that's on the fucking globe spinning, or the people that's walking on the flat paid surface. I wanna see who will laugh last. You know what I mean? Hey, me, I don't think neither one. I told you, I live in an octagon. If we got octopuses, then there's got to be an stage of trilateral existence in all multi-spheres of existence. So that means for each perceptual one that you got, there's 8 more that stem from that one, and so on. I don't know. It reminds me, I guess, the flower of life. If you ever look at the flower of life and decode it, you'll see exactly what I'm explaining here. But yet you want to keep it narrow to that of being just flat or round. When even on the Kabbalion, the book of the Kabbalion, they show you in its symbolism that it's both round and flat. Huh? And not only is it both round and flat, but triangular. Huh? Maybe this is why we have groups such as the what is it called? The triagonal movement or something to that degree. So you see, no matter what state of existence or your paradigm is shaped in, we all still got to get up Monday morning and go to work, pay bills, feed this body, shit, and shower. Those are the common terms that everybody has, but yet they find it so hard to be divisive and separate. And they do it unintentionally. They don't know that they're doing it. So about man setting out to conceive legitimate purpose and goals, this is the royal road to self-control and true concentration of thought. We're going to need to be clear on this. Even if he fails again and again to accomplish his purpose, huh? The strength of character gain will be the measure of his or her true success. And this will form a new starting point for future power triumph. Because see, what you don't have now, and I think Tupac told us this best, What you don't have now, you leave in your will. Not the will that you write out, for the family to read and tell everybody else what you're going to receive. No, he was indicating to more of the idea of the will being a dimension or part of the mind. You call it the willpower. So what you don't accomplish and do now, you leave in your will. Because that's the only aspect of you that's going to incarnate. Not this stuff. Okay? No. Not the car. Not your girlfriend. Not your boyfriend. Mommy can't go with you. I'm sorry. Daddy can't go with you. But what will go with you is that the characteristics that you are made up for yourself. You see? And by this, let's hope that you'll have a more supreme and delightful incarnation into a state of heavenly. Because remember, heaven and hell is not two places, rather two states of affairs of one state of existence in a frame of mind or in the world. Okay? So those who are not prepared for the apprehension of a great purpose should fix their thoughts upon the faultless performance of their duty, no matter how insignificant their task may appear. Only in this way can the thoughts of he or she be gathered in focus, and resolution and energy be developed. Which being done, there is nothing which may not be accomplished. All right. So in other words, what we talk about here, there's nothing that you can put your mind to that will not ultimately, at some point, come into fruition or manifest. You can get it in this lifetime, or you can get it in some other lifetime to come. But it got to come about because you wrote it. You etched it in the fabric of existence, of what they call the Akashic records. Let me see if I got a book over here. Let me see something. Did I sell that book? I might have sold that book. Yeah, it was the what was the name of that book? I even forget the name of it. The Book of Thought. The Book of Thought. Right. I recommend that. Well, I ain't gonna recommend that. I stopped recommending books. You don't need to read no books no more. Read yourself. Books was for my time and the people before me. You waste your money buying books today. Why do you think they closing up Barnes and Noble and many bookstores in your royal area? How many people you think gonna get rich working at a bookstore? Don't nobody like to read anyway. It's all intuitive. That's one of the words we needed to be looking up. So let's look that up. What does intuitiveness mean? I'm sorry. Let's do this again. What does intuitiveness mean?
The ability to know or understand something. According to Cambridge Dictionary, Cambridge University Press and Assessment, meaning of intuitiveness in English. The ability to know or understand something because of feelings rather than facts or proof. He was a natural soldier with a rare intuitiveness as to what the enemy was likely to do next. She used her charm and intuitiveness to soothe their anxious guests.
So in other words, I don't need you to tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I already know. It's intuitive. And as the boy said, even if I'm wrong, I'd rather feel though that I'm right. And even if I was right, at least I know that if I was wrong, I still know that I was right just for the feeling that I had. So in other words, you want to deal with your gut feeling. All right? You want to ask yourself. You may even want to play the mirror mirror game. Mirror mirror on the wall. Which one of these lovely ladies should I call? Or something to that extent. I'm just paraphrasing. It ain't necessarily got to be to that degree, but you get the picture. Don't don't come asking me. Don't go asking nobody else. Some people get a pendulum or emblem on a string, and then what they do, they hold it gut level around the what is this to be? It would be your not to the root chakra, but in the middle of the root chakra and the heart chakra. And you ask it a question, and depending on you decide what be the truth of the swing, whether you should move out or carry out in such a manner. So in other words, what am I saying? Some people actually take a string with a heavy object. It could be a crystal on the end of it. And that's preferably be the one because you can really relate and connect with crystals and water more than anything else in existence. Almost, but not almost, but just as well as you can with another person. A lot of people may not accept that, but it's true because crystals and water holds memories. Okay, so with this science here, what will happen? The pendulum will start to swing in the favor in which uh, is favorable in your response. Now it's up to the individual whether if it starts swinging this way is no, and this way for yeah. Me, my yes is when it swings like this. You can actually tell it to stop. Don't stop it with your hand. Don't move your hand. You specifically utilizing your intuitive powers to move an object. It is done through your astral etheric field that surrounds you. And if you don't think that you have one, listen to this. Does the human body have electricity around it?
According to University of Maryland Graduate School, University of Maryland, Baltimore, electricity is everywhere, even in the human body. Our cells are specialized to conduct electrical currents. Electricity is required for the nervous system to send signals throughout the body into the brain.
That's enough. Listen, you some powerful people out here, y'all. They didn't teach you this in school because it's not the type of information that's gonna give you a good credit score on working at a Walmart or Macy's or a firefighter, police fighter, or uh, working at a law firm. I'm empowering you with information to be able to survive and be sovereign by word and deeds, not by paperwork. I I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be like my Bay brothers and my Morse Americans who tell you to go ahead and start filing different goddamn articles. No, I don't subscribe to that. I can't find myself in front of nobody asking for no freedom when I know I ain't never been no goddamn slave. Never been a slave in the past, and we're not gonna start that shit. So we're gonna have to work off of what I'm telling you, sir or ma'am. Right. I don't give a fuck what you got down there in City Hall in your files. I don't care what my social security number means to you and your banking system and this, that, thing, other. In fact, if you do got certificate and money in line on my birth certificate and my name, then you keep that, because I told you in my prayer that I revised of the Father's prayer, there is no debt that I have, and there's nobody that owes me anything. I don't need this earthly stuff. You don't need to compensate me. Heaven, I was on Camp Lejeune in 1967 when my father was in the Marine. You think I'm trying to get paid from them? They want to contact me, force me to sign papers and this, that, thing, and the other. I'm not in no rush to do that shit. What the fuck I need with that money? What? You want me to give it to you? That's all I'm going to do with it. I don't need it. I came here like this. Didn't she tell you that? I think she said she woke up like this. Y'all didn't get the memo? You didn't even think what she was explaining. You talking about you coming to birth, you came to earth, and now you trying to get rich. What if I told you you was already rich before you came to earth? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That's frightening, yo. That's almost frightening. Here it is, people running around here, going to college, doing all types of things to get money so they can get a degree, so they could be rich. Think about that? You thinking like me? Are we here with it? Like, this is really crazy. Listening to them people, and they sucking the blood out of you. They're blood suckers. They're energy vampires. They know the truth. They even know your worth. But they will drain it out of you before they allow you to express it to its fullest potential. I ain't lying. What you think these vaccinations are for? Huh? You think they really care a fuck about a motherfucker catching a cold and dying? We'd have been had this shit out. People been catching colds and dying. What happened to the flu? I guess the flu got knocked out the market now. The corona superseded it. Are they still giving out flu shots? I want to know. I didn't hear nobody take a flu shot lately. That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. And it only go on like this on Earth. The weakest soul knowing its own weakness and believing this truth, that strength can only be developed by effort and practice. What's the mother of perfection, people? Huh? Practice. Ain't that what you said? Practice makes perfect. So don't come and tell me that you can't be perfect. When in fact, if you turn to, what does it say in Matthew 5:48?
According to Wikipedia, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, You shall be holy, for I the Lord your God am holy.
No, that's another transliteration. That can't be King James. King James Bible, Matthew 5:48.
According to Wikipedia, in the King James Version of the Bible, the text reads, Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. The World English Bible translates the passages,
I know my
"Therefore you
shit.
shall be perfect."
You can't fool me. You can't fool me. I dig deep. I know this shit. Yeah. That King James a little different there. See, I told you. They got these other translations to get you all twisted, and tricked up. Now you want to be all, we are the world. We are the future. Oh, let's come together and hold a helping hand. I know I fucked the song up. I know it don't go like that, but you get the point. This ain't ebony and ivory, motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got nothing against ivory. I like vanilla milkshake, in fact. I just don't like deceitfulness, ugliness, barbarianism, mischief, stool pigeon, hatred, killing, fight. That's where I got problems. I get a little agitated with that shit. That's like a disease to me. I start getting real ratchet, real ghetto like when I face that type of shit. I don't know why. I guess that's the God in me. So what does it say in King James Version of Matthew 5:48?
According to Wikipedia, in the King James Version of the Bible, the text reads, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect."
So I don't want you to allow your pastor to tell you ever again that you can't be perfect. Or you slap that nigga in the head with that scripture. You hear me? And going on your merry way. And because he's disqualified to be up there on that pulpit at that point. Because you ain't studied your scriptures enough, sir. Talking about we ain't perfect. You can't be perfect. See, they like to allude and skip over bits and pieces and choose what fits best to suit their ideology in the Bible. No, you can't do that. You gotta accept it all as a statement of something to be considered or throw the whole goddamn book away. You can't pick and choose. That's just like the people do with the dictionary. You want to pick and choose which word in the dictionary is most relevant. I start speaking about clairvoyance, psychometry, intuition. You looking at me like, what the fuck is those words? Like, yo, they're in your dictionary. Who got clairvoyance? Who can't see clear? No. So again, the weakest soul, knowing its own weakness and believing this truth that strength can only be developed by effort and practice, will at once begin to exert itself. This is when you start feeling like you're getting somewhere, you're doing something. This is what true spirituality is. Spirituality ain't dealing in religion and talking about God. In fact, it's further from the truth. I mean, further from that idea. God ain't got nothing to do with spirituality. When you talk about spirituality, you're dealing with ether, energy, vibration, and frequency. That of what Nikola Tesla was explaining to us. Check. So the strength can only be developed by effort and practice. That's that be the mother of perfection. Practice. Practice makes perfect. Will at once begin to exert itself and adding effort to effort, patience to patience, strength to strength, and it will never cease to develop and will at last, right, grow divinely strong. As the physical weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking. Check. You got to be clear on this, people. And I don't want you running around here talking about, oh, Nate, that your mythology, because it's not my method anyway. But I don't want you running around here talking about it's not working. Because all I'm going to do is turn around and tell you, you need to put more work in. You probably is a fucked up wrench. How long you been saying your soul's been in a wrench condition? 58 years? Yeah. Holler at me in 20 years, my B. Real talk. You've been cursing yourself for over 50 years, so it's not going to happen overnight. You got to clean away a lot of that dirt that you instilled in yourself, that foolishness. Talk about how wrench your soul is, how no good you is, and how you need to be saved, and all that old negative talk. You got to clean that shit up. That shit got to be cleaned up, people. And before you even get to the level of now getting a notch above, working into divineness or masterism. I work hard for this shit. I got over 30 years in. I don't allow nobody come and talk to me and tell me what's what. It's not going to happen. No, not ever, never, ever, ever again. I stand on what I'm doing in existence. I stand on what I know. I stand on myself. I stand on my love. Just like the dope man on his do with his bag of dope. You seen coming, what's that? Not Coming to America. Was it Coming to America? With Denzel Washington in it, with the drug game. He stood on his dope, that name. He showed and proved that in broad daylight. I'm not gonna allow you to fuck this up. I don't care how many rosaries you perform, or how many rock hots you do, or how many prayers you say. That's not gonna get work over here. You can pray to the Heavenly Father till you blue in the face. I'm the sole controller of this energy here. That guy got to come and ask me, can I come and worship with them? That's how I do it. So as the physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking, to put away aimlessness of weakness and to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment. Did you hear what I said? That failures being nothing but pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them, and who think strongly, attempts fearlessly, and accomplishes masterfully. That's what your aim is here in reason and purpose on earth. Everything else is extra. So what, you can dance a little bit. That's extra. You can play pool good. That's extra. You got a good basketball golf game. That's extra. You got nice hair. Everybody loves your hair. How do you manage it? And she goes, I don't touch it. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? You be like, oh, she said I don't touch it. I just get up like this. Be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. I didn't make this up, people. It's written in your scriptures. And if you don't want to obey by your scriptures, then you need to go talk to your congressmen, your pastors, your lawyers, your reverend preachers and teachers and governors and mayors and even presidents. Get me a book that's going to be suitable and attainable for me, because this is not getting with me. I can't abide by Psalms 82. I'm not working with John 10:34. Matthew 5:48. I'm just not going to fulfill because I love doing sinful shit. But you got to know that, yes, you even purple in your most devious ways. Nobody said that to be perfect, it got to be all hunky-dory and glory. No. You might be a perfect thief. A nigga ain't never got caught. Be ye perfect as your Father. That's all it says. It don't say what to be perfect in. If you like to fuck perfectly. If you like to rob people, make sure you wearing a mask and gloves. Don't do the shit and you all over camera with no fucking mask on. That shit ain't. Man, y'all just, man, these people is crazy out here. This is crazy. I'm telling you to be perfect as your Father in heaven perfect. You tell me I can't be perfect, so therefore you gonna act like you can't be perfect? You can't give yourself a chance? Come on, people. Talk like to me. An individual having conceived their purpose is an individual that should mentally mark out a straight pathway to its achievement, looking neither to the right nor to the left. Doubts and fears should be rigorously excluded. There's no such thing. We ain't got room for doubt and fear. You hear me? There's no such thing as, oh, I may do it. I don't know if I can achieve it. You already failed. You might as well stop. You failed already, D. Real talk. You failed. You just already blocked yourself. I don't know. What you mean you don't know? If you don't know, who else is going to know if you can achieve a certain goal? Huh? They are disintegrating elements which break up the straight line of effort, rendering it crooked, ineffectual, and useless. That's what you're doing. The minute you start talking negative of yourself, thoughts of doubt and fear never, ever accomplish anything, and it never can. They always lead to failure. Purpose, energy, power to do, and all strong thoughts cease when doubt and fear creeps in. Even if it's just a little speck of doubt. You great, go take your driving test. You say to yourself, oh, I don't know if I can do that part. I don't know if I can parallel park. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get in there and not be able to parallel park. That's how the game go, people. Master it. And once you master it, you start manipulating it, and everything starts to be favorable for you. Am I making any sense, or it's like, is this going over your head? Like, come on now, talk dark to me. Let's go in the dark room for a minute. I'll cut the lights off. Fuck that. Let's sit in the dark for a minute. Let me see if you can find me. Can you see me now? You don't see me. I done disappeared on you. Look at you. You looking for me. You got the nerve to be looking. That's how powerful speech is. It could be alluring, hypnotizing, and even comforting, dazzling, and can put one to sleep. Oh yeah. Them preachers and pastors got the art of that. You ever go to a church and the preacher's sitting there, he's talking? And the Lord is very comforting in times of need. He shall comfort you in the green pasture of times of sorrow. That shit right there, that puts you to sleep, right? Remember grandmom and your mom and them, they start falling asleep? Because you got the pastor up there. He's talking in that smooth, calm, gentle, hypnotizing voice. Thou shalt not worry as thou go without trouble scared in the wilderness of North America. But be aware! You know, he get that loud outburst, that's when you just wake up like, what the fuck? Damn, dude, he scare you. See, that's an art that they do. That's not about mistake, people. That's an art. They know how to talk and put you to sleep and then jar you up out of that shit where it startled you. That's why he'll speak low in tone, and then out of nowhere come a strong, voiceful. Yeah, go to the churches. That's what they do in there, man. I study this shit. I study, man, and all their methods. That shit don't hypnotize me. That shit makes me, the fuck? I'm inquisitive. See, I'm the monkey. I'm curious to George. I'm curious to George. Look that cartoon up. It was a cartoon when I was coming up. It was called Curious George. It's supposed to be a black kid. You know how back then, it's still to the day though, but back then it was really prevalent. It was real racist with their cartoons and their sitcoms. Archie Bunker, In the Heat of the Night, and the cartoon. That shit is racist, people. You know? The people didn't have the insight to see that then. The Tasmanian Devil. Cocoa Puffs is chocolate. Lucky Charms and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is not about, this shit ain't no accident. Bad guys wear black. Black cat is bad luck. You gotta understand the cycle in which you dwelling in, yo. Look up. And I'm gonna wake you up. In fact, I'm gonna get up out of here, get tired. I don't feel like reading no more. And I really feel though that I gave enough for us to chew on. In fact, I'm more liable to think that I'm probably giving us too much to chew on. But it's okay. You can always come back and rewind this and watch. That's the good thing about these videos. You can jump through it. You can skip around. You can move to the part that you missed. You probably, find something in it that may resonate with you. Then maybe none of it might resonate. You might be too smart for this information. might be one of them aliens from another plane or outside the ice places and shit that's listening to this, and you working with more than the six senses of what we working with over here. I'm not going to doubt that, and don't think that I'm afraid of you either. I don't give a fuck what power you working with. You always welcome on my podcast. That's right. This is a motherfucking podcast. This is we all on a spaceship together. Okay? You got your own and I got mine. That's right. You ever work at a carnival? Well, at carnival, for the most part, if you're staying in a trailer, everybody got a trailer of their own. It's not much room inside. I've been there, done that. I worked for a few carnivals. I traveled the country. You know? And you got one motherfucking box that you staying in the whole time, the 7 days that you there on that lot. Well, that's how it is. That's how life is. You come here by yourself, you're on your own, and you got to figure this shit out. What's best is going to suit and fit you. I can't answer all your questions. In fact, I might not can't answer none of your questions. You might got to go inside and figure out what the fuck is going on and why your life ain't functioning right. I can only tell you why my life ain't functioning right. And hopefully you can pick up a few pointers and add it into your arsenal. But other than that, you got to be the individual that's going to figure out why your life ain't running right.
Power on.
So with that, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to drop a tune. All right? I'll probably drop one of Sanchez's doing. That's what I feel like here. Whoa, I want some bullshit. By Bro Sanchez, all right?
Shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence. Shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence. Shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence. Shining on you with its warm rays of beneficence. Yeah. What's the truth of the soul? This is my notebook. Let me rip you a page. Gentlemen, just sit back and witness the play. Got kids picking grenades, missing the days. Yes, you can't be a star sitting in the shade. And at times, life will make you sicker than AIDS. Twisting the haze, laid out, wishing you prayed. Working hard, no difference is made. In a world that'll kill you and spit in your grave. The best thing a parent can say to a child, success is no restriction for age. Or we might be another nigga twisted for grades in the penitentiary, spending some days. Bad choices, plus you know how niggas persuade. Them snakes got venomous ways. And the worst thing to a man is feeling betrayed. Head above water, still get hit with a wave. Still think of my queen, get hit with a daze. Still treat us no different than slaves. This world will take heart and fill them with rage. Water seeds with hate, make them sit in the cage. On some bullshit. World on some bullshit. Nothing new under the sun. Shit ain't no different today. You know I can get you what your minutes to say. I won't forget the past to remember the faith in society. Take souls and send them astray. Then it's the hate you got trapped deep in your heart. So in these times I fall back deep in the arts, hidden colors. Got a nigga seeking the arc, sipping tea, watching devils pull people apart. I remember an old saying, reap what you sow. On your journey, stay humble and teach what you know. And this flow ain't the shit you see at the show. It's more like the damn killer that you greeted the door. Third eye be the seed of your soul. Such a beautiful earth these demons control. Gonna make shit better if I can. Cause all over the world my empire stands.
World on some bullshit. Alright? Yo, last but not least, people, always remember, tell yourself, I am not what happened to me. I am what I chose to become. Do this self-control. Make sure you're doing it on purpose, please. I'm out of here, all right? Be good to yourself. Do that shit with a purpose.